That's the easy part. Well, that's the hard part. The easy part's coming up. So you got that, set it off to the side. We'll take a look at it again in a second. Alright, as for making it come through the case, when you open up your case, yours is not going to have this hole cut in it that I have in mine already. I've cut a hole in mine here. Used a Dremel tool. I marked it just so you can do it. First things first, before you start cutting that hole, you take your razor blade and you slowly and carefully peel up one of these corners. I probably already glued this one back down, so it's not going to peel nicely for me. Let me see what I got here. Nope. It's peeling. Slowly and carefully peel it off. Okay? And we're moving cameras. Alright. Once you get it peeled off, you'll have a straight case. All you need to do is figure out where on your controller that the word Nintendo, and this black square, or this red square, sorry, the red square on the back of the sticker label, where that lines up on your controller. Just cut a nice clean little hole. Mine's not the best, but it's there. I'm getting better at doing these as I do them over and over. Just cut a nice clean little hole, make it look good. It's usually right above the A. You can see I kind of marked this one here and there, and it works pretty good. Okay, once you get your hole cut, take your time, and then I just use that glue. As you can see, I've glued it down before. As you can see, I just use that glue and dab it around on the controller, the top of it, and glue it back down. Just make sure you don't get anywhere any buttons need to hit or anything like that, obviously. But you just put a couple dabs around. Corners are important, obviously. I just dab it all up with glue. Maybe a little down here. Get some down in this corner. Okay, and then you can put your label back on nice and square and flush, make it look pretty, like no one will even notice. Now the good thing about this craft glue that my wife has is it doesn't dry super fast, but it dries fast enough that by the time we get the rest of this done, you should be good to go. I just rub it with my fingers real good to get some heat on it, and that'll hold it down. Maybe put some weight on it to clamp it down or something. Oh geez, I need it. Stuff like that. So alright, obviously cutting it's going to take a little longer than what I just did, but once you get it down, give it some good heat under there, get some pressure on it so that tacky glue holds down. Some people say that they've done it and they just stuck it back down because they were careful. I like to put a little extra glue on it so it doesn't peel up, but it's no big deal. And then you're done with that part. Inside has a nice hole cut and all you see is red. Outside looks like a normal controller. No one can tell that you even modified it at all. Alright, set that aside. Back to our light and our controller port, the board. What I usually like to do is take a little piece of electrical tape, obviously. Let me cut a piece off and tape the light in place. Usually I do this, one, because I don't want to have the wires come in contact with each other, and two, because I'm a big fan of electrical tape. So what you do is you just make sure that light is horizontal with the top of the board. Let me focus again. I hate these. I need to get a better camera. Alright. Make sure that that's horizontal with the top of the board and just put your little piece of electrical tape on there. No big deal. Keep it away from the hole or any of the button ports down here, obviously. And then make a little hole for where that screw goes through. I usually flip it over and see how it's indented right there. I'll just poke it a little with my razor blade, and then poke the top side a little with the razor blade, and your screw hole's ready to go. Double check your light, make sure it works. Let's see how we did. Lights up just fine, no big deal. Alright, next put your case together with all your buttons and all that kind of jazz. Dun, dun. Couple A and B buttons with a little contacts. Alright, and the start button. Alright. You got that in there. What I do is put my light in with the board, and if it sits flush, it means you're good to go. The light's not hitting anything, you're good to go. Double check before you screw anything down. Flip it over and hold it, and double check how it appears on the light. See if you lined it up. Looks like mine's actually a little off, but it's enough. It looks like it's too far towards the end. I'm getting a little dulling down here on this side. You can't tell from this light, but it's a lot brighter over here than it is down there. So you just need to take it and move it a little. We'll do that right now. Put your case back on, and you are 100% done with one working. Where's that? One working NES controller. Turn it off, obviously, before you do that. Take your board back out. Check your tape and just slide him. Oh geez, there you go. Sorry. Take your tape and just slide this back away the way it needs to go. Make sure those wires don't touch. Which they are, so I need to figure out. There we go. Bend it that way. And then taper down. Man, I am horrible at keeping that in the shot, aren't I? Sorry about that. Alright. Taped it down. Let's put it back in the case again to see how it sits. It feels like it's sticking up a little. Something's hitting somewhere. It might be a button. It might be the light. Something's not sitting flush. Alright. Let's try this again. Let's fire it up and see what happens. That's a lot better. Light's not nearly as bright there as it is there, so a good even light across the back. You're good to go. And yeah, you can see the back side. It lights up pretty good, but you won't be able to tell that when you put it all together, so not an issue. Let me fire her off. Then all you do is put the case back on. Take the case and put it back on. Your one screw where your where the electrical tape is going to be a little hard to get in because you had to cut a hole there. But if you got man hands, you'll have no problem putting it in there and getting it out. So just put your wires back in and put your controller. Oh, well, ignore that light because I didn't screw it together, but you won't be able to see that light. Some people say you're supposed to put a little capacitor in there instead of that wire. I've never seen it. I've never done it. I don't know why you would need to. I don't think these Christmas lights are drawing that much power. It gets a little warm, but nothing that you're going to worry about when you're playing. I have 6 or 7 of them, and I've done tons of them for plenty of people, and they've never had problems with it. So we're usually good there. No one's ever reported any problems like it fried anything. So other than that, that's good to go. So hope you had fun. If you have any questions, find me on Nintendo Age, and I will help you out. Alright, bye.